Maybe I could put a pillowcase, because sometimes I want to get up. Help me. Oh, we look good. Hello.
Hi.
Who are you?
I'm your sister.
This is my sister. This is my sister. That's weird. This is my sister. Quick, let's cover a couple things. Her name is Julie. Farsi.
I'm older.
She's older. Most importantly, let's just cover this first. She's not my twin. She was here 2 years on this earth before I was.
I was born the year this movie came out.
The year Back to the Future came out, which is why we are going to. That's not why. Would you like to introduce the concept we're talking about?
We're talking about setups and payoffs.
By example, with this movie. This is one of my most favorite parts of a good story because it's the most simple, beautiful concept that can make any story more meaningful, I think. All you need to know about it is in the name. An idea is introduced or set up early on in the story, and then there's a payoff with that idea later on.
It prevents the movie from being one darn thing after another.
Yeah, to do them well, it kind of has to be something you didn't see coming, but that makes sense when it happens. And that's what makes a really good setup and payoff. Back to the Future we picked because it's really good in this way.
It holds up over time, which setups and payoffs create the language of the film, so that gives it a timeless quality. Anyone can enjoy it because it's not based on pop culture references or anything like that.
True. What are some other movies that have really good setups and payoffs?
Titanic, Mission Impossible. Oh, Independence Day.
Silver Linings Playbook.
Ocean's 11 as well.
Yeah. Oh, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic
Park has a lot of setups and payoffs.
That's a good one.
What we're going to do is watch Back to the Future, and then as we watch, we're going to write down. Oh, that's nice. I'll show it. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna write down as many as we can and see if we get the same ones.
Like a game where if you get one, the other person doesn't, you get 1 point.
Oh yeah, like categories.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's a competition.
If you haven't seen the movie,
should watch it.
Go watch it. I'm a big anti-spoiler person. So go watch the movie and then watch the rest of this.
Make your own list.
And you can compete with us.
Okay, we do it?
Yes.
Okay, I hit record.
Oh. I love the dog.
Got a permit for that?
How do you get out of that? Take those wallet to pay him off.
I never knew that! There's another thing that goes wrong.
That's what Doc says. Why would he set his alarm for 10:28?
I do that sometimes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Framing's fine.
I'm always watching with Husky. Always watching.
We watched the movie! Yay! Yay! And mine's colorful too. We're not very good. That was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was.
And I appreciate it even so much more having like documentation. So now we will tally up. The first setup that's like super memorable, plutonium theft that's covered on the TV that clicks on. And that one's paid off at minute 30. The doc says, the car runs on plutonium, needs like a kick. And then he explains to Marty he took the plutonium from the terrorists.
Yeah.
Saying that he was gonna build a bomb and then he gave them like a fake trinket.
Then the next big one is the skateboard in the car.
Yeah. Marty holds on to the car on the way to school. And that is paid off at like an hour and 10 minutes.
In the 1950s, when Marty is running away from Biff.
Yeah.
Marty doesn't get to play at the school dance, and then at the end he gets to play at the school dance.
Yep. When he finally does get to play the dance, it's at his parents' enchanted sea dance.
And then Marty wants the 4x4 truck.
Yep.
And then he gets the 4x4 truck.
Yeah, at the very end. I think what makes a movie really like heartwarming or feel good is those like little payoffs you save at the end, and often those are introduced at the very beginning of the film. In a weird way, they just like mean a lot because like you didn't think anything of them when they first showed up, but you remember them and then you see that like, oh, it's all coming together. Like it's really nice closure.
Save the clock tower paper.
Yeah, the flyer. He keeps the flyer because his
Jennifer wrote on it.
Right, and that's paid off
a few times.
Yeah.
They use it to know about the lightning, when the lightning is.
That's a good point. A lot of setups, you get multiple payoffs for it. One of my favorite is Marty's with his family before any time traveling. They're all sitting around the table. Uncle Joey didn't make parole. And then
Uncle Jailbird Joey.
And then at minute 50, seeing his uncle as an infant, and he's like, oh, Joey just loves to be in his crib, but he cries if we take him out, so we just let him stay in there.
And Marty says to him, better get used to these bars, kid.
Yeah, yeah, it's just like super clever.
Poor Joey's got some issues. His mom said she never chased a boy.
Yeah, this is a big one, because anytime the mom acts promiscuous, it shocks Marty all over again because of this wonderful setup where she makes a big deal out of like, I don't like that Jennifer girl. Like any girl who throws herself at a boy or calls after a boy.
Yeah,
and like,
well, and at the end of the movie, she likes Jennifer.
Yeah, it's just a nice change.
It is.
I just noticed that up until this point, I'd been mostly writing in the setups column, but at minute 45, there was like just 15 minutes of me writing in the payoffs column.
It's the switch from Act 1 to Act 2.
Yeah, yeah. Another one of my favorite setups, because this speaks to one of the biggest stakes of this movie, is Doc dying.
Yeah, that's why I have the next one.
Yeah, oh yeah, the letter.
Yeah,
Marty's letter. Marty takes a second to write a letter to Doc to be like, do something, you're gonna get shot by terrorists on this day in the future because you stole plutonium for your time machine. So
Doc rips it up and then Doc has it all taped back together.
Yeah.
He
decided to trust Marty, and that's a nice moment.
He was throwing it away and he saw the word killed and like, oh crap!
Wait, shot! This is like a visual setup and payoff. Marty is sleeping in this really bizarre position when he wakes up. It's just very distinctive because like...
You remember it.
Yeah, you remember it, exactly. That's the most important thing. And then it happens again near the very end. It's a really nice visual cue. It actually does do a story service.
Well, and it's so weird that it tricks your brain into thinking, was it a dream?
Right.
Or was it not a
that's
dream?
an important question.
There are 2 times you think Marty woke up that he was just dreaming about going to the 50s.
That's true. They use that twice. When the principal guy is like, no McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley.
Marty says history's gonna change. He doesn't say the future's gonna be different than the past. He says history is going to change.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the biggest payoff is like the whole McFly family is successful, and it's not paid off until like the very, very end, when we see that all the McFlys now have actually accomplished something, which is cool.
Brother David works at a fast food restaurant, and then later he works at an office.
Yep, yep. Likewise, the sister, like, it feels bad about herself because she, like, doesn't have any boyfriends or guys interest her. And then at the end, he's like,
well, is it Craig or Greg?
Craig or Greg called for you, and she's like, well, which one is it? Because it matters, because there's both a Craig and Greg that are interested in her.
I don't know which one it is.
You see them, like, being confident, and they've taken a slice of the world for their own.
Screenwriters on the commentary talk about this specifically, that they knew they wanted things to end better, so they made things bad on purpose at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
It's what makes it feel like such a positive movie at the end, is because you start with so many negatives and they're also perfectly switched to positives by the end.
Yeah. It has everything a fun popcorn flick has, but it also has so much more heartfelt themes, which is why, like, this movie is still completely relevant. If you can put your mind to it, you can do anything.
That's the theme of the movie, with Jennifer telling it to Marty, and in the middle, Marty says it to Dad, and at the very end, Dad says it back to Marty.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think I'm out of my list. Yours are written a little more organized than mine. But yeah, we're like getting all the same set, which is cool.
I've done this before.
Yeah. It was a lot of work to write this down. I mean, probably this movie has so many. I was just like...
The first 45 minutes you're writing.
Just writing. Yeah, yeah. Go, baby, you can do it. Our dog is really noisy when she wears a cone. She's trying to go upstairs. You could do it. You could go up the stairs. Come here. Come here, baby. Hi. Oh, you're in the cone.
This one's iffy. There's a newspaper clipping that the Brown mansion is destroyed in a fire, and then later Doc Brown has oily rags everywhere and they accidentally catch fire.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
I get a point?
You get a point. You definitely get a point for that. My mind has just been blown.